Good morning, Facets. Today's Friday. This video comes to you in parts. Part 1, Introductions. I'm currently studying pre-med, and according to YouTube Transcribe, my real name is Bolivia, not Olivier. I'm also a big fan of reading. Usually young adult, but I sometimes dabble in the classics. In terms of the classics, I usually stick to English literature. But I've been learning French for a couple of years now, so I've started to read some French classics as well, including Hugo. Olivier, in your video on Monday, you talked about the difference between your nerd fighter self and your non-nerd fighter self. I feel like if you identify yourself as a nerd fighter, or you identify yourself as something else, that identification is only a microcosm of who you really are. In a way that makes it really hard to describe a person, or introduce ourselves properly. Not to get too existentialist on you guys, but introducing myself to you guys ended up being a more difficult question than I originally thought. Part 2, Friday the 13th. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about Friday the 13th and all the superstition that surrounds it. For a lot of people, Friday the 13th is nothing more than a day when a lot of the horror movie marathons come on. However, not many people know that the superstition was actually based on historical events in Europe. Friday the 13th, like many other superstitions, has many claims of origin. One of the more popular theories has to do with the Knights Templar. During the Crusades, the Catholic Church endorsed the Knights Templar. However, by the 13th century, the Templars had a lot of power in Europe. This power worried a lot of the elite, including King Philip IV of France. So on Friday, October 13, 1307, King Philip IV ordered the arrest of all the Templars in France. The Templars faced charges of heresy and idolatry, many of whom rotted in prison or were burned at the stake. Supposedly, the day became cursed from those events. I personally don't really believe in any of the superstitions. I mean, it's just a day, right? If you want any more information, there will be links in the Lower Peninsula. Part 3 is punishments. So as you guys know, Reagan didn't upload a video for Wednesday. However, she explained why to the rest of the Facets. So my vote naturally is to free Reagan. However, the other Facets and I have final say. Commenters, feel free to suggest punishments for future discretions. Also, for nerdfighters in the Kalamazoo area, there will be a nerdfighter gathering on Cinco de Mayo at Milam Park. To Brian. Happy those an empty dream preoccupies. Happy those whose presentiments prove vain. Our every meeting, our every mutual sight, sadly confirms our presentiments, our dreams. Kayla Ray, I will see you on Monday. If you're watching this video, I'd love to hear your feedback in the comment section.